There are a lot of ways we could solve this problem, but there's one very simple observation you can make here that's going to make this problem really easy to solve. Take a moment to think about some cube roots whose values you know. My guess is you know that the cube root of 27 is 3, because 3 cubed is 27. You probably also know that the cube root of 8 is 2, because 2 cubed is 8. And finally, you probably know that the cube root of 1 is 1, because again, 1 cubed is 1. In other words, we know that the cube root of 6 has a value somewhere between 1 and 2, right? Because the cube root of 6 is clearly bigger than the cube root of 1, but it's also smaller than the cube root of 8. And if that's the case, what is quantity A? 2 over a value between 1 and 2, that's a value bigger than 1. And 3 over the cube root of 6, that's 3 over a value again between 1 and 2. That's also a value bigger than 1. In other words, quantity A is adding together two values that are bigger than 1. And what is quantity B? It's simply the sum of two values less than 1. And we know these values are both less than 1 because, again, the cube root of 6 is somewhere between 1 and 2. That value when placed over 2 is less than 1. And again, likewise, if the cube root of 6 is a value between 1 and 2 and we place that over 3, that's also a value less than 1. In other words, quantity A is adding together two values greater than 1, and quantity B is adding together two values less than 1. That's the proof that quantity A is bigger than quantity B. And of course, anytime A is bigger than B, that means the correct answer is A.